Hello, students. I bring you greetings from University of Ghana Library Systems. My name is Samuel Bentilagri, the acting university librarian. I'll be taking you through the library system for you to know what the university has for you to support your academic work. The University of Ghana Library Systems is made up of all libraries you have on campus. The BAM library continues to be the main library, which is the headquarters. We have the satellite libraries. We have Accra City Campus, which is in Accra Central. Emmanuel Kwe Achampon Library, which is now the Kolebu, the College of Health Sciences Library. We have school libraries for pharmacy, public health, etc. We have institute libraries, African Studies, Lacia, and the like. We have our traditional halls, also have in their libraries, and departmental libraries. This is a typical picture of the BAM library you cannot miss. It's very iconic, and once you are on campus, you can see it it's the center of the university campus. This is a front view of the Emmanuel Kwe Achampon Library at Kolebu. And this is the Accra City Campus, the frontage of the Accra City Campus Library. It's on the second floor. Opening hours. Opening hours differs from library to library, but it doesn't differ that much. This is for the BAM library. From Mondays to Fridays, from 8:30 to 10 p.m. And on Saturdays, you have it from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But take note, this is for within the semester, once the school is in session. When we go on break, then the hours are now limited. So Mondays to Fridays, we have it from 8:30 to 5 p.m. And then Saturdays, we have 8 to 4. Take note, we also observe the public holidays. So once there's a public holiday, and Sundays are out. Take note of this also as freshers. Anytime you are entering a library, check yourself very well and make sure only your bags, we have lockers for you, only your bags are left in the lockers. And once you are leaving your bags, make sure no valuables are in. No valuables are in. Anything valuable you leave in there, you do it at your own risk. We have resources for you to share. The university is sharing with you to support your academic work. The first one, what we call Eugene CAT, simply a catalog. We used to have it in the card form, but now it's online, where you can interact with it and then know what is in the library. We also have printed books for you to cover your academic work. We also have e-books and e-journals to support your work, which is, we find it in the databases. A good resource we have to connect you in this day of technology is what we call the off-campus access. Before you settle down, make sure you register. Make sure you register so that you can use this resource we call off-campus. It's just one-off registration. And you can use this network at home, in your hostel, and on campus. You can use any private network, either MTN or Vodafone and what have you. Other than that, if you don't register, you are cut off unless you always must come onto campus before you can use this resource. Past questions, you only also register once, and most students fall in love with this one. But take note, it's just a guide. It's just a guide. Maybe the lecture has changed, and the rest, even the subjects, some of them might not be examinable in that semester. So it's just a guide that we have compiled for you to use. We have spaces for you to do reading, group studies, and what have you. Luckily, we have Wi-Fi in virtual all the learning spaces, and certain areas also have computers for you to have a look at. The university has spent a lot, apart from the other resources, to use purchase reference managers for us, for those who do publication or project works. We also have Turnitin in for checking plagiarism. All university has purchased at a great cost for you to use. There are services still in place for you, and we continue to do the traditional way of borrowing. And borrowing is in two forms, either the physical one or we have the electronic one, where you can borrow electronic books onto your gadgets, and when the time is due, it goes up. We have library tours, which I think after this orientation, you'll be coming intense, and make sure you all come to visit the library. We're taking through the tours. We also have instruction where a librarian, a library staff takes you through what is available for you to learn. We also have demonstration where we have gadgets, desktop, laptops. Either you bring your own or we have some in our labs where we use it, and both of us will be using it, teaching you, and then you practice it hands-on. We also have a 24/7, which is chat with a librarian, where you can ask questions, but we only plead that once you are in, before you hook onto it, make sure you've done your homework well, so that you can ask the right questions and then you are supported. There you will not be spoon-fed, will be taught how to direct it. So if you haven't done your homework well, when you come in, it will be difficult for us to, nobody will do the work for you, expecting you to ask questions, and then you are directed how to support yourself or your academic work. And we do personal consultations regarding your academic work also. On the borrowing rights, as a fresher and an undergrad, you can only pick, the book is available, you can pick 4 books and it's for 2 weeks. 4 books for 2 weeks and you renew it. But if there's a hold, somebody has placed an order, you also want the same book, then you are only allowed to renew it once. Your second renewal will not be. So anytime you are coming for renewal and there's a demand on that material, you will not be allowed to do the renewal. Then failure to return, especially for the books. For now, we are still charging 2 cedis per day for 7 days if you fail to return the book. So once the date passes, then the calculation starts on the system. Then it goes to, after the 7 days, it goes to 5 cedis a day. So take note, once you finish the material, even before the day is due, make sure you return the material. Some of us will come and say, we've lost the material. If you lost the material, you pay for it. And if you look at it, the full cost of the price of the book at the current price, if it includes shipping and what have you, that's the book is outside the country, you pay for all that, including a processing fee. We are also available online, so our presence, and take note of the URLs that you are seeing now, and all connects you back to the library to enjoy the resources available online. Now, the first one we'll look at is the library.eugene.edu.gh, which takes you into the interface, what we call the UG Cat, where you can search using a keyword, or you can search using a title and author, and which library do you want to look at. You can search on, by default, it's on all the libraries, the entire collection, but pick a specific library, and then you can do your search there. If you look at the same interface, we have our ebooks collection there and other items on the interface that you can also use. The second is bam.eugene.edu.gh, where you have pulled all our resources. What we just looked at is the UG Cat, which you can find it there. We have the off-campus access I talked about. We have alphabetical arrangement of our databases for you for quick. We have ebooks there for you to also use. The Ask a Librarian I talked about. We are always available to attend to questions and answers, and any other requests you want us to look at it for you. But once again, as I said, make sure you do your homework well, and then before you come in to ask your questions. There are other things like booking of room and then installation of software, the Mendeley that I talked about, the EndNote, the software installation, which you have to come into BAM Library for it to be done for you. And this is for those, by now you should know the main university URL, eugene.edu.gh. On that interface, you go for the tab which has academics there. You click on the tab, the drop down, we have library there. Once you click on the library, it will take you into the library interface for you to enjoy the services in the library. We are also on social media, for that is the trending part of it. And for now, these are the Facebook, the Instagram, the X, and then the Flickr. And we're updating it to meet you on social media also. But that's where the youth you are, and you want to live there forever. Now let's focus on BAM Library itself. You need to know all these places that are listed and the resources there. In the tour, you'll be taking around there. We have the reference hall, we have the knowledge commons, we have the reading areas, the 24-hour, and the special collections, the special libraries within, first time you hear of a library within a library. Then Korean Information Access Center, the thesis room, and then the instructional lab. So let's go through them one by one. We start with, this is the floor plan. You later get used to it. At first, you find it a bit difficult, but after going through the library once or twice, you'll be able to know where resources are. When we talk of mezzanine, east or west mezzanine, where they are. So this is the reference, or we continue to update and make changes there. This is your first point of call where you can use. We have almost about 8 or 10 computers there for searches, opaque searches that you can just search, or that the UG card is on it, dedicated for that. Where you stand, there's no sitting for you. Stand and then search. If you have this book, we have this material. And remember, we've bridged or married the physical and the electronic material. So once you search, you are searching both the physical materials and then the electronic one. Whichever one we have, it points it to you and which place you can have it. We have the knowledge commons, where we have computers there, sitting area where you can sit, and computers there for you to also use. And we have staff there who will assist you. We only plead that take good care of the gadgets you will find there. We have the West Stack, which used to be full of shelves, which had been cleared to clear more spaces. And you have about more than 150 sitting seats for you. That's expanding the sitting capacity. This is the 24-hour, just a wing of the 24-hour section where you can stay in 24 hours. The only pause we have is just for cleaning, and after cleaning, the learning continues. And so it's not closed. So this is our thesis room for those who will be having thesis interest. We have this. We also have the presence virtual, but this is where the physical materials are. We also have the Arabic library, where those who study in Arabic, you have your special collections for you to deal with. We have dedicated staff who will be attending to you all the time. You have the UN library. All UN publications are deposited in our library, and we have the collection there for you to use. This is the latest that we have, the instructional lab, where all our training, hands-on instructions are held, and others also come in. So we normally take you in groups to come, and then we teach you. This is the IEC, which is at the extreme wing, and where we share with the community. So it's one of the state-of-the-art collections where you have computers or side rooms where we all use. But you need to book. You come in to make inquiries, and then you can use the facility. Still, libraries within libraries have the Braille to take care of our visually impaired students. And we're still having computers there for you, which does help them to do their work, converting from one end to the other, from text to speech, and vice versa. You have spaces for private laptops. You have your own laptops, a Wi-Fi connection there. And luckily, we have trained staff to handle their issues. This is a picture of the Braille Library and one of the special computers dedicated to them. My takeaways for you is, once you register, make sure your UG email is activated, but it helps you do a lot of things. Always carry your student ID card. The halls have gated, IT-gated gadgets in there where you swipe before. The library very soon will also be having it. So without your ID, you cannot enter. So always carry your identity with you for us to know. We have our library guide online. You need to consult it to know what we have in the library. We also have short videos online on the library website that you need to be looking at them, watching and learning before you come in. Security. We are having issues with students with their lockers. Some people put their bags in the locker and then will not lock it. Some put their items in the locker and remove another key. Take note, once you put your bags in a locker, make sure it is well locked. And we are reminding you, don't leave any valuables in the lockers. Don't leave valuables in the lockers. And then Do not engage with students. Be your own security. Don't give your phone to anyone to make a call. The person that you did not know, you might not find the person, again. And then report all suspicious behavior or any other thing you think is not the best for the university to the security or to the staff. Thank you.